Go tell na how our people then give with this power and how we get this power, we do it, we do them. And the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 20 and Article 23. And also for the Article 22 for the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. It talks say individuals or group of people from a society can organize themselves to take collective action to pursue the interests of their entire society. That means say some group of people them or individual them, they fit come together, then take action on behalf of all man for secure the interest for all man. Now why that way? Some 16 individual them where they will go apply for court for Banjul. They will receive their case on behalf of the Southern Cameroon. No man no be vote them. But the court it be judge and say them be competent to represent the interests of their people because they be being Ambazonians. So they hear their case, then call Cameroon government, then come and they will win that case. How that individual they will get the right to go sue Cameroon government on behalf of all we. Now because the court it will deem them say their action them it will be now for the interest. They be stand that gap for the interest for all man. So the individual then where they for the Ambazonian Governing Council. Now a group of people them where they come out for Southern Cameroon for Ambazonia would then properly constitute and organize ourselves. We take collective action as recognized by this law, the Waran Quota, for pursue the interests of our territory. This interest of our territory now, it then be expressed for 2018 by mass protests in all the cities, all the villages of Ambazonia to demand separation, to demand end of political participation, to demand the assertion of our sovereignty and independence of our territory. So this one na a mandate, na an express will of the people. You also get plenty organization the way they do polling. For example, an independent actor where he even support one Cameroon like Cardinal Tumi, for a polling, it shows say 96% of our citizens they go out of their way for demand separation and independence. So there is no question. And also if you look about the observation of the ghost town over the years, the protests of incidents that took place in Boya, in Bamenda, and also things that took place in Bamenda, in Kumba, and in various areas, the harmonization and the whole concept where they talk say there is a problem in the Anglophone crisis. He identifies say our people did not express their political will already. It then be established. Say those people then want separation and they want independence. So we as part of the people, we as citizens for Ambazonia, we have constituted ourselves to represent the will and aspiration of our people in the Ambazonian Governing Council as one of the group, and now it is the dominant group that controls physical territory, military force, and has the responsibility to pursue the will of our people. By this law, we, the Ambazonian Governing Council, we are asserting the authority of our people. Through these laws I have declared, we are the de facto authority of Ambazonia and can make laws in Ambazonia during this interim period that can affect the life of our people for the common interest. We have the responsibility in the principle of territorialism to keep law and order within our cities and within our areas of physical control and of dynamic control. The power to arrest. Where does the power to arrest come from? The power to arrest somebody, it not only be resided to a so-called government. Even individual citizens who are not law enforcement officers have the right to perform the act of arrest. A citizen, they call it citizen arrest. A citizen can arrest based on the fact two things. One, you see somebody who is doing something wrong that is putting in jeopardy public security, that is causing nuisance, or that is violating rights. Then a citizen can apprehend or hold somebody. So arrest is just holding somebody who is doing something wrong, stopping somebody who is doing something wrong. So if somebody is doing something wrong, then not only the police have the right to arrest that person, even citizens have the right to arrest. So we, as a constituted organization representing the interests of our people, we have the right to arrest anybody who is violating the will of our people, who is violating the aspiration of our people, who is acting illegally in our territory. We have the right. We don't only have the right, we also have the power. The Ambazonian Defense Forces is the power, is the force of our authority to safeguard the public interests and to assert the sovereign power of our territory. Some people, they don't ask and say sovereignty. Sovereignty na wait. Sovereignty, na that power, na that authority for a territory. And as a constituted people, we have that power. You have the testimony of Lord Bolton in the United Kingdom, who testify in the Parliament of Upper Parliament of the United Kingdom that the people of Ambazonia indeed have the right to assert the authority of their sovereignty. And so our actions and our activity as the Ambazonia Governing Council is thereby asserting the power and sovereignty of the former British Southern Cameroons, now Ambazonia. Now